Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. Who wants to probe Alexi? It's the Game Week 20 review. This week's edition of Banter in the Box, in a week where two managers went into the transfer market. We've got your Game Week 20 winners and losers. 4 winners, all picking up a manager of the season point, and 4 losers who, where they had them, all lose a manager of the season points. Chairman's chats and a manager of the season update. It was worth 3 points. Did anyone get the who the fuck is that? Your Game Week 20 winners. Take a bow. Yours truly climbed 2 places up to 8th. That's a season high for Chairman's choice. Take a bow also. Pez United climbed another place to 20th. You have to go back to the 7th of January 2022 for the last time Pez United were as high as 20th in the table. Take a bow also, Benny United, the biggest climbers in Game Week 20, up 3 places to 16th. Benny hasn't been as high as 16th in the table since the opening week of this season. But the biggest Game Week 20 winner, it's the defending champion Ontario Grizzlies. Stayed 6th in the table but picked up a second weekly win. It was only 31 points. Winter break meaning there was very few games this week. But it was a second weekly win all the same. Bidding to become the first manager in Family Fantasy Football League history to win 3 consecutive Family Fantasy Football League titles. It's never been done before, but the Canadian Mountie, Neil Hatch, is up there in and amongst the title race. 1 manager of the season point to those 4. Your Game Week 20 losers, hide your head in shame again. Nicky Lee. Seasons, I mean, looked like it was going to be an amazing season, but it's starting to fizzle out. Fell down 2 places, down to 10th. And you have to go back to Game Week 13 for the last time Nicky was as low as 10th in the table. Hide your head in shame also. Foxborough Foxes manager Charlotte Williams. She fell another place, down to 21st. Charlotte's not been as low as 21st in the Family Fantasy Football League since the 1st of June 2020. And Clockhouse Rangers, again, another manager. The season was looking like being one of his most promising ever, but it's turning sour. The biggest fallers in Game Week 20, down 4 places to 19th. And great Uncle George hasn't been as low as 19th since Game Week 6. But the biggest loser in Game Week 20, Ostrich Bar Stewards manager Steve Maloney, stayed 24th despite being the lowest scorers in Game Week 20, scoring no points whatsoever. So 1 manager of the season point lost for Steve, Nicky and George. Charlotte doesn't lose a manager of the season point because she hasn't got any, and you can't go into minus points in the manager of the season race. Chairman's chats. I've had 2 questions in so far for Alexi Lagos, who is going to appear in the 3rd episode of Chairman's Chats. The first 2 episodes have gone down a storm. Far more views on the Chairman's Chats videos than the Banter in the Boxes or the FFFL Cup draws. They've been really popular. You have to email me with the subject heading Chairman's Chats the 1 question that you would like me to pose to Alexi Lagos. So get your questions in as soon as possible, because it probably won't be that long before me and Alexi are sitting down together, and I will pose the question to Alexi without revealing your identity. And if Alexi selects your question as the best of all the questions that I pose to him, you will earn 5 manager of the season points. So get your questions into me, subject heading Chairman's Chats, with the 1 question that you want me to ask Grease Lightning manager Alexi Lagos. Who the fuck is that? Is a picture of a current Family Fantasy Football League manager. It's rolled over twice. It was worth 3 Manager of the Season points. I've got a life manager, Mops Hoxby, thought that was a picture of great Uncle George Moody, Clockhouse Rangers manager. I can tell you, Mops, that is an incorrect answer. But you were the only person to have a guess this week. So you earned 1 Manager of the Season point by default, which means the Manager of the Season table looks like this. Ryan Perrin climbing up to joint 13th for being a Game Week 20 winner. Nicky Lee drops to 12th for being a Game Week 20 loser. George Moody drops to 10th for being a Game Week 20 loser. Mark Benwell climbing to joint 7th for being a Game Week 20 winner. Neil Hatch consolidates 4th for being a Game Week 20 winner. Mops Hoxby and myself climb to within 1 point of Joe Hoxby for being Game Week 20 winners. But it is... No, sorry, I was a Game Week 20 winner. Mops got a point for having a guess at the who the fuck is that. But it's still Average Joe's out on top. She's won the Manager of the Season before. She's trying to do it again, but her lead is now just 1 point. Your chance to earn Manager of the Season points this week, apart from obviously sending me a question in for Alexi, which might earn you 5 Manager of the Season points, or you can just post something amusing on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. Send me a story about a manager. There's loads of ways to earn Manager of the Season points, but in this particular way of earning Manager of the Season points, have a guess at the who the fuck is that. Is a picture of a current Family Fantasy Football League manager, and if your guess is correct, you will earn 4 Manager of the Season points. That's it for another week. It's going to be a low-scoring week. This week, we're still in this winter break, which means only half the Premier League teams are in actions. We do have the second legs of the FFFL, not the FFFL, of the League Cup next week. So there'll be, what will that mean? There'll be 13 Premier League teams in action this week, so it'll probably be another low scoring week. Just remember to get your questions in for Alexi Lagos Chairman Chats. That's it for this week. Until next week, take care everyone. Bye bye.